Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to Naya's Ethereal Epiphanies. This is my channel where I talk about all the things that's going on in my life. I turn my thoughts into writing pieces and etc. Today I am just doing a daily vlog. Today it snowed. I love the snow. I get so excited about the snow, and I'm so glad that it's nice outside. It's not too cold where I can come out and talk to you guys. Just to give an update as to how are things going for me daily right now. So first of all, today it is 30 degrees Fahrenheit and 17 degrees Celsius, but feels like not so bad out here. I mean, okay, I do have my gloves and I do have on. Okay, well, let me think about it. I have on a ski shirt and then a t-shirt and then a fleece and then my jacket. That's why I'm like busted out of it. But still, even earlier, I went to go add some salt to the driveway so that my family member will be able to drive out. And even then, well, actually, probably because I was moving so much. Anyway, yeah, this morning I felt so good today when I woke up, and I'm slowly feeling that way. What was really cool was this morning when I woke up, before it started snowing and everything, I was able to see the moon, and I love seeing the during the daylight. It's currently a waxing crescent, and I forgot the illumination. Is it 58? No, it's not 58. That's definitely wrong. I forgot what the illumination is for today, but it was so enjoyable to see the moon in the morning. And then it started snowing. I got so excited. In fact, by the way, I have not had coffee in months. I mean, literally in months. I've not had coffee in months. And I'm a very avid coffee drinker. But the thing is, I think I mentioned on channel before that I stutter. For most of my life, I've had a really bad stutter. And I also have lots of gastrointestinal issues. And sometimes coffee, if I'm already going through a lot in life and I'm not getting, adequate sleep, etc., coffee just exacerbates everything for me. So I start having really bad jitters, eye twitching, stomach pain, hands are shaking. I start stuttering. So I went quite some time without coffee, which is really hard for me. But today I had my first cup of coffee in a very long time. This is my second cup. And it just felt so good. Maybe that's why I feel happy. Wasn't there a study done that the coffee people who drink coffee are much happier, something like that. So yeah. I'm also considering I got great sleep, and I've been having such great dreams since the last new moon. I know for those of you that are like me that certain things seem woo woo, but I have a life tracking system and a personal science system where I track everything. And I can definitely say that whenever there's a new moon, I have mental health I don't know if they're mental health changes, but I noticed that more so I have changes in my mood, but positive changes in my mood. And I start to have very vivid dreams. I mean, well, very obviously, and I should say very obviously, but the moon does have an effect on the earth. And from my understanding, there aren't any adequate studies that say, you know, that the moon has an effect on the human body, other than the fact that it can affect your circadian rhythm, from my understanding. Because I've constantly looked this up, because when I look at the days that there's a full moon approaching and a new moon approaching, when it's a full moon, sorry, TMI, I have changes in my lady cycle, my menstrual cycle. And it's like clockwork. Every single time it's a full moon, I have changes. And it's, oh, things change by day or by a day or two. And then every time, and I know this because again, I track everything. I track everything about my life. And I also in my life tracking system, I have an automation that sends to my email and my database, my personal database, like what time the sun sets, what's the moon cycle of the day, etc. So that's how I'm able to map the data. That's how I'm able to map different data points to each other. And that's how I'm able to see different correlations. So anyway, yeah, I guess this new moon, leading up to the new moon, I just noticed like I started having very vivid dreams. I dreamed of people I haven't thought of in a long time. My dreams were vivid, they were happy, they were positive. And I don't know if that had anything to do with my subconscious, who knows, really. But it was just nice where I guess once I got the okay last week, if you're new here, I've been facing homelessness since I moved back to the United States. And I was supposed to move out last week of the place I'm staying now. I've been staying from place to place all of 2024. And I was supposed to move out and I didn't know I didn't know where to go. So that was for 2 weeks. I like couldn't think, couldn't sleep. I actually couldn't even eat. Didn't even realize I I definitely had lost weight because I wasn't eating at all. Maybe like once a day, if that. Very small meals. I'm drinking lots of water and tea, but I wasn't eating because I was so concerned about what's going to happen next, etc. So I think now that I have like this little bit of buffer and leeway, I feel a little bit better. So that could be contributing to me feeling happy is that I have that slight weight lifted off my shoulder. I mean, still there because the way that time passes by so quickly. We're going to be at the end of January. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm going to close my eyes and count to 10, and it's going to be January 30th. I just know it because time is passing by so quickly. But as my previous video, when I mentioned 13 books I read every year, I'm going to follow the power of now. And I'm going to worry about right now. And I'm going to hold on to my happiness of what's happening at this moment. So I can be happy right now that I have a place to stay, I have food to eat, I have money, I have the basics, I have running water. So I have something to smile about. You know, I'm happy that I'm like, you know, that I'm okay. I'm happy that I'm okay. But to go back to this morning with the coffee thing, this morning, so last week I made another thing. I haven't been able to cook in so long. Oh, I have to do a video about that. I haven't been able to cook. For those of you who don't know, like I went to, I didn't go to culinary school because I didn't actually graduate, but I took culinary courses and stuff like that when I was overseas. And I actually lived with the chef. I lived with two different chefs for a little while when I was in Germany, and then also when I was in France as well. So I learned a lot, and I really love cooking. Like outside of tech, because for those of you that are new, I've worked in tech for 15 years, and now I have a bakery job, and I'm doing like tech freelance. But yeah, sorry, I forgot where I was going with that. Let me go back. Okay, tech job, freelance. Uh, okay, I was talking. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Oh my gosh, see, I don't know if these daily vlogs are gonna work out because if I don't prepare something, then my brain just watch at the end of this video, I'm probably gonna remember. Who knows? Nah, it doesn't matter. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, see, look at that thing. I remembered that quickly. I was talking about the sweet potato. See how I went on a tangent like that? Ah, geez, Naya and this neurodivergent brain. Okay, so the sweet potatoes. Actually, candy yams. That's what I made. Candy yams. That reminded me the fact that I haven't cooked in a while, and I feel really happy when I cook. Cooking is like my outlet. I had a dream that I was gonna spend like X amount of years in tech, X amount of years in culinary, and then move on to either higher education or fashion or etc. But that was always my goal since I was a kid. I said, I want to have three careers when I grow up. I don't want to stick to one thing. I mean, now people work until they're 80. You know, you could live four lives really. Spend 15, 20 years each, in each career. But anyway, so yeah, so I love cooking. And last week oh, and if you guys don't know, I have a cookbook. It's called Nama's Soul Cookbook. I'll link it below. And in my cookbook, I take like traditional soul food recipes and I add a twist to it. And then I also have like healthier versions in the cookbook. So every recipe has like a healthier version to it. So last week I made candy yams. Actually, it wasn't that long ago. Actually, a couple days ago, I made candy yams and there was like a last bit left. And so I was like, I remember like when I was in Europe, I used to do that sometimes. Like when I was missing home, like I would just make soul food. And it's funny because like I don't even when I was home before, I never really ate soul food. Uh, but I guess like when I lived in Europe, it just I don't know, it just reminded me of home. So every once in a while, if I did make it for my friends, I would make it for myself. Also, because like I'm not really big on like fried foods and stuff like that. And, like, it's so it's like, soul food is not something that you should have so often, I'll say, even with the healthier version, so, yeah, so I made the healthy version of candy yams from my cookbook, and it was banging, okay? It was banging. I used coconut sugar and honey instead of brown sugar, and also, I know, like, many people put 2 cups or more of sugar in a candy yams, you don't need that. You do not need that. You can kinda spread out the sugar by adding a little bit of water. And another thing that you can do to also keep them sweet without using so much sugar is that you could use pure orange juice. You can even, like, juice them yourself at home, really. I mean, even using, like a if you have a large lemon squeezer, you can use it. Well, my phone died. And, I think last I was talking about the sweet potatoes, but I won't keep you guys too long today. So, yeah, anyway, the sweet potatoes were great, and I had it for breakfast with my coffee, my first cup of coffee. Oh, the cameras. Let's see. Act yeah, and, yeah, so I had it with my first cup of coffee, and what I did is I put it in the microwave, and then I put it to heat it up, and then I broiled some marshmallows on top. It's so funny because I don't really eat sweets and stuff like that, so when I do, I just pile it on because I know I'm not gonna have it again. But anyway, so yeah, that was nice, and I think all this just made me feel really good. Also, some other updates for those of you that don't know. I've been trying to find a job in my field, or just honestly, really any job besides a bakery job. At this point, like I totally forgot my last day at the bakery. I think like maybe why I feel a little bit happier. Sorry, the camera keeps flying. I realized, I mean, another reason why I feel a little bit happier is because, not gonna lie, at the bakery job, like, I just feel so drained after. I don't feel very happy after. I think I might have mentioned before. There's like one coworker, or actually one manager, really, who she just makes everything like so unpleasant. And I'm just like, maybe that's why I feel happy because I'm not in such a negative environment. And even if I am just a little bit, just at least I'm not like having someone speak to me so disgusting. I don't think I shared this with you all, but my last day at the bakery job, like the last time I was actually working, because I think I'm supposed to go back this week after called up. The last day I was actually working, the same woman was just so disgusting to everybody, and she was disgusting to me too. I'm like, I hate the way she, just nasty person, nasty woman. I'm joking, but anyway, I like that day I just walked out. Like on Christmas Day, I had finished everything early and, the 2 college girls offered to help and just anyway, the point is that and I think I might have told that story already. Like, I don't have to deal with that. Like, I don't have to I mean, you know what? I mean, yes, I do need money right now, but as I think I told you guys before, getting paid $97 for you to be talking to me like that? Ah, there's so many other things. I mean, really, what I should do is go sell all my stuff and I'll make up for 1 month of working at the bakery. And yeah. Anyway, so maybe that's why I feel a little bit happier. So maybe it's everything put together. the weather, getting more sleep, having a place to stay, etc. But anyway, I just felt a lot more happier today. And also yesterday too, I felt a lot happier. Yeah, I just it feels good that my mental health just feels so much better than this morning. I was thinking about it when I was drinking my coffee and having my sweet potato candy yams. I keep saying sweet potato, my candy yams. That I was thinking about where I was like 4 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, really. There's a lot going on in New York City. I might have shared this on channel before. I had a family member that died right behind me, and I didn't even know. And there's so much traumatic stuff. Probably the past 3 years, a lot of traumatic stuff. So it just feels good to like just have a bit of happiness in the moment. It feels good. It feels good. If it doesn't last, who cares? It feels good right now, and I'm enjoying it. On the job front, though, I do have an interview later today. That's what I forgot to say. I have an interview later today, but it's it's at a tech company, but it's not a technical role the way I usually work because I work in IT and cybersecurity. And I honestly, at this point, I don't really care where I work. I just want to have income. So, well, not that I don't care about where I work, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers. Is that the saying? I don't remember. But I'm happy to have anything where I can feel content and happy, and that pays the bills and a place to stay. I'm happy for whatever that brings. So even if I don't care if I don't have a job that, I'm not a director or a manager, etc. I don't care really. I just be very thankful to have any sort of income. You know, I have another friend who just got laid off. She got caught in tech layoffs, and she just found out this morning. So I think at this point, it's a privilege. It's a privilege to be able to have a job right now when so many people are getting, laid off. So yeah, I today I prepped for that interview. I applied to a few more jobs. The thing is, as someone who has previously hired, I know what it's like coming back from the holidays, meaning, coming back from New Year and everything, and being swamped with emails and people asking questions and people freaking out. So there are some jobs that I wanted to apply for, but instead what I did was I queued them all up instead. So I have a database of all the jobs that I want to apply to, and I like tailored my resume and my cover letters and everything, and made it very personable and tailored. And I'm probably gonna just space it out between the next 2 days. But I was thinking, I I know what it's like to be overwhelmed, and what ends up happening is that sometimes the folks that are hiring because they're just getting back, they just very quickly look through resumes and don't give it the attention that they normally would. Especially now, like, there's so many people who are sending like AI resumes, and it's like full of crap and stuff like that. So you know, y you definitely have to I mean, you have to stand out, but also recognize, like, normally a Monday would be good, but probably not a Monday after everyone's coming back from vacation and stuff. So I said, "Okay, I'm gonna spread that out." And, thankfully, I've actually been getting some responses back from Upwork. Okay, so welcome back. I'm inside now because what's the odds that I'm doing a video talking about, "I feel so happy, blah, 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 it's feeling good." And my phone stopped at least 3 to 4 times. I got interrupted twice. It was like, "Just let me I just wanted to record a 15 to 20-minute video. That's it. 15, 20 minutes, and that was it. And everything was going wrong." Everything was going wrong. I'm just like, this is on par for my life. No, but I can laugh about it because these could be worse. It's just a video. So, I really don't remember what I was talking about last because it was just in fact, I was talking and not looking at my phone and didn't see that as like a big, "Here's storage. By the way, I cleared my storage." a couple of times since starting the recording of this video, and every time I flirt it was just like, "You ran out of storage, you ran" so I had to look into that. But anyway, as I was saying, I think I was saying last, I was going into, like, my plans for today, and oh, yeah, I was applying for jobs. I've heard from a few places on Upwork, and I have an interview, and at least for today, what I'm thinking because I have, like, lots of energy, I guess, again, it's from the coffee. So, actually, until, like, 4 o'clock this morning, I had built an AI agent. So, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I, like, run a bunch of newsletters, my own and for others as well. And there's a lot of the process that is, like, quite tedious. And so I'm always figuring out like how to automate new things, how to automate all the things. I just write down things. Like I do a quarterly review. I might have said this in my Kaizen video that I just kind of like go through everything. I'm like, okay, how can I make this better? How can I do this faster? How can I utilize technology, automation, programming to make this better, faster? Yeah, save some time, or not save time, but use my time more wisely. If I could have a bot do something for me or an AI agent or run a script to do something for me a coding script to free up my time to do something else, I would rather do that. Right. So like it's fine that I spend on newsletters. I could spend that time, tailor more resumes for jobs. So I was just playing around building some AI agents and I'm going to play around with that later again today. And I think I'm ready to just go ahead and set them up. I had set up some like local test environments just to see, what was the best options for me. So I, I, I think I'm just going to implement something just for now, just so at least for the next 2 weeks, have some sort of like right, the process is automated right now, but to give it like a next level automation, maybe I'll do a video on that in more detail and either share it here or at my other channel. But see, I was working on that earlier. I'm gonna finish that up now that did lots of testing. And then what else did I have planned for today? Yeah, to just work on the newsletters. So I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but one of my, I guess, like freelance jobs is with a company called Diversified Tech. So I've been working with them since they started. And it's a company that's quite parallel to the company that I was running for Alvi's. So Diversified Tech helps underrepresented folks find jobs in tech. So like software engineers, developers, IT folks, cloud engineers, etc. So right now there's three newsletters. So there's one for businesses and allies. There's one for professionals, and there's one for students. So tomorrow, Tuesday, is the one for professionals, and that's the one that I work, which I worked on it already, but I like to, if I can, do some of the things ahead of time. So I'm not like at the last minute rushing or anything, especially because it seems like Tuesday is like newsletter day. So a lot of the different newsletters that I work on, my own, for others, all go out on Tuesday. So yeah, by the way, I'm going to plug below in the description, Diversified Tech. I've had the privilege of working with Vinny pretty much just a year after she started. So I think in like 2018, 2019. So yeah, it's been a very long time. I love it. It's really nice to work with people who care about others and who do everything that they can to see others succeed and prosper. So again, that's another thing I'll do a further video on that. But oops, sorry, my headphones are falling out. But yeah, so that's my plan for the rest of today. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I won't get out until tomorrow because I had to put all these videos together. There's like at least probably 5 or 6 of them because the phone kept, whatever. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying as I do these more my like daily vlogs and just get to watch my process through getting myself out of this situation. you know? So, yeah, and again, thank you to my Buy Me Coffee subscribers and supporters. If any of you would like to support my work, my writing, my channel, anything, I would appreciate it. Even if you buy me a matcha or you like the video or you write a comment, however way you would like to contribute and just be a part of the journey with me, I appreciate it. So thank you for being here. Have a great day, evening, night, wherever you are, and I will see you soon. Bye.